Shalom. All praise and glory be unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Akakwadash. Double unto the other apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Unto salutations to you, Akim, that's laboring. Shalom to the few Akwap that believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now, this is going to be a short, quick video. Really just embarrassing as a nation, to see, not just the southern kingdom of our women, but, I be around a lot of northern tribe women, and they're just not as publicized as the tents of Judah. But make no mistake about it, they do the same thing. I see it with my own eyes, and you brothers out there that be around them a lot, you'll see it too if you're around them enough. Because our women are, getting into a lot of, things that cause them to be harlots, which means whore. All right. And it's sad because our nation is that low. It's a few of our women that believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But, a lot of our women, man, I'm not saying most of them, I just know a lot of our women get into a lot of, things that whore themselves out. And before I play this clip, this is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. And it reads, There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And a whore, we know what a whore is. And then sodomite, which, that's a homosexual. So this is what the Most High told Moses to tell us, all right, that it should not be, whores among the daughters of Israel and homosexuals among the sons of Israel. All right. So let's play the clip. I want you to see what this lady say about a woman being a whore, and how it, basically how she take on these different personalities from sleeping with different men or multiple men. Just hear her out, because she's actually on point,
The topic is a woman's sexual wellness a really important pillar in her overall wellness? Is a woman's sexual wellness a really important pillar in her overall wellness? I'm gonna start with you, Kayla.
Wait, Kayla?
Yeah, Kayla.
Kayla? Okay. So I believe so, yes. I believe for two different reasons. The first reason being womb management. Okay. This is a place of creation of not just life, but between you and your husband, a place where y'all manifest y'all life and y'all impact as a couple, as a unit.
Really, sex is what joins a man and woman. That's the real definition of marriage between a man and a woman. All right, which is sex. It's different than being, the Most High married into the nation of Israel, because the word marriage just means joined. All right, so a man and woman joined together by sex. Israel, we're joined to the Most High because we're His sons, and He gave us His laws, commandments, and statutes. Okay, just want to make that note real quick.
So then there's that, and then the second part is because we are receivers, receiving lots of different spirits can impact your spirit, impact your natural female womanly traits, like nurturing, like the type of persona women, I think, like naturally have as young girls. And as we grow and go through all these things and we involve ourselves with all these spirits of men with their trauma, that we are healing them through and taking on their trauma and everything. I definitely think it impacts, like I said, your womb management in terms of your procreation and just yourself, because we are receivers. So,
and that's the part I wanted to, focus on, because, she was on point with that. Every time, a man ejaculates on a woman, that's true. He she takes on his spirit. Okay, excuse me. Bear with me 1 second. So no, that's true. That's why a whore has always been shamed throughout history because of what it brings to a father, and then if she's going to get with a man, her husband. Because a woman that's a whore, that's been laying with all these different men, they do take on these personalities. That's the real way a woman becomes bipolar. You see, that's the real way. Um, Now, matter of fact, before I get that, I want to grab some in Leviticus. Excuse me. Leviticus 21:7. It says, and I'm reading this because, you know, in this society, this divorce, a woman can marry and divorce a man at any given time on her own will. And that's why this place is the city of confusion. That's why this is Babylon the Great, man, which means confusion, man. America is a place of confusion, all right? Some women marry so many times on top of the men that they lay with before they got with this so-called husband, this new husband of hers. Just like Yahweh Shah said, you've had many husbands, and that's a lot of women in this world, man. All right, a man can put away his wife for a time, but still, that woman is to return her to him. Because a lot of chicks will say, "Well, he ain't want to do with me," or no, because you being such a thorn in his side, a man needs to put you away for a time being, because you causing so much stress and drama within his life. All right, but you're supposed to that woman's supposed to return it to her husband though. All right, not go and get with another man. Leviticus 21:7 says, "They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his power." So, when the man separates from his wife, all right, or put her away, all right, she take that as a green light to go and get with another guy, and it's not so. All right, you women shouldn't be doing that, man. All right, that's adultery, man, because you're going outside your husband. All right, that's what adultery means. Jumping over here, Leviticus 20:10, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. See, so that's what it is when you give another man's woman or wife. All right. So let's go back to Sirach or Ecclesiastes 23. I want to hit on some of that book because that's something powerful I seen in that. I want to bring that out real quick. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 23, beginning at verse 22. It says, "Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another." Basically a woman that leave her husband and she having sons and daughters by another man. All right, that's totally wicked, man. Verse 23. "For first she had disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly she had trespassed against her own husband," which I just read. All right, you're supposed to return it to your husband. All right, and thirdly she had played the whore in adultery and brought children by another man. That's what it means. Bringing in another heir. All right, bringing in the heir by another. All right, and a lot of our women, all right, they have children by multiple men. The so-called Negro tribes, the so-called Latino tribes, so-called Native tribes, all the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. You have women among all the 12 tribes that does this. All right. You'll see women, and they got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different baby daddies, man. Depending on how much or how far she can hoard herself out. And that's shame. That's shame unto Israel, man. That's bringing shame unto us, you know. Verse 24, she shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bring forth no fruit. She shall leave her memory to be cursed, and reproach shall not be blotted out. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. All right, because the commandments of the Lord, all right, the laws, commandments, and statutes and judgments that the Lord gave us, all right, they're perfect. All right, they're perfect. And if we wanted to live a long life, keeping the laws, commandments, statutes, and judgments was was the thing to do. You know, you keep them to the best of your ability, and you pass them along to your children, so that you can continue on throughout your generations of doing the righteous acts of the law. All right, executing the law, executing the judgments, statutes. All right, so that's why we was given the law. That's why we was given statutes. That's why we was given commandments. All right. Let's go to another one, Deuteronomy 22 and 22. If another I wrote down, I want to grab that too. Deuteronomy 22 and 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. So, you know, a lot of us have committed adultery. All right, a lot of us have been adulterers and adulteresses. All right. And really, it's a law that's punishable by death. But in this world, all right, Esau, all right, he allows a woman to leave her husband and give him another man. All right, which is total wickedness. That's why Esau is going to be destroyed. All right, him and the society. All right, that's why Esau is going to be. That's why the hell is going to be brought upon Esau is going to be so vast, man. All right, because he's the one that allowing this, man. This is this a society or rulership, and he allows it. All right, and women, you know, they living it up because Esau, gives legislation or passes legislation and laws that protects women from facing real judgment, which is within the law, all right, within this book, all right, the Bible, all right, Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. See, they always going to make an excuse for what they do based upon the things that Esau allows them to do, instead of just acknowledging that they was being wicked, man. You know, this is nothing new. All right, this is nothing new. All right, it's very shameful, but this is the situation we're living in. You got to go and get with a woman that's used, a woman that have different spirits on her from other men that she lay with. So those spirits are being brought to you, and you got to try to tame this bipolar woman. You know, always partying, living their best life, sleeping with men after the club, damn near every night, different men. There's many. It's a podcast called Fresh and Fit. All them chicks on there, look, the most women you see on there are Israelite women, so-called Negro and Latino women. That's a fact. You know, that's a fact. And it's very shameful, man. I had to stop watching this shit, man, because I would watch it at work sometimes at my main job, and it would get to me so bad, I had to turn it off. I can't watch this shit, man. Excuse my French. All right. Back in Ciroc. 1 second. Excuse me, I had to blow my nose. But this is the reason why I had to quit watching that show, because it was, like I said, it angered me inside so much I had to discontinue from watching it, because it angered me, and then the fairy tale lifestyle they want to live, and we're in captivity, because most women want what? A man that's handsome. They tell the truth about women in this society. Handsome, a lot of money. You gotta be tall, you gotta have a big rod and everything. You gotta be perfect, man. The perfect man in they mind. Whatever fairy tale that Disney movies give them, that's true. That's how women are, man. And for the most part, we don't even fit that whole characteristic of a man, as far as this fairy Disney tale. We don't fit that. Are we big strong men? Yeah. But a lot of the men that women think are high valued men, which is mainly a men that got money, as far as Israelite men, men of Israel. Well, excuse me, a lot of them guys are homosexuals, man. I've seen, even on that podcast, the Fresh and Fit, a lot of them chicks, I hang around these type of athletes and celebrities. They say they'll say they seem gay. I think he's gay. Well, a man's countenance tell you everything about him. Okay. Now this is Ecclesiastes or Sirach 26:8. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. And that's what you see on these like the podcast I was just talking about. They're not dressed in modest apparel. They're getting drunk. All right. Gathering abroad, going to club to club with their homegirls, living their best life, And like I said, it's just shameful. It's totally shameful, and it's hard to watch, man. All right. And that's a lot of our women do this. They want to go out to the club. They want to live their best life, show off their cleavage, which is their boobs, their breasts, butt cheeks out showing, or tight jeans that show their curves, fake eyelashes. These women are made up, man. Ain't nothing natural about women these days for the most part. Since the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Yeah, like I was just mentioning, the eyelids. Most of these women that go out, they got fake eyelids on. All right? Haughtiness. You know what? My online etymology app. See what the haughty means. All right, let's go to haughty. Here we go, haughty. Proud, disdainful. Ooh. A redundant extension of haught. Ooh. High in one's own estimation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, women think they too much in this world. All these women, they look at you, man, they think they above you. It's crazy, but that's what it is, man. They proud, man. All right? Did not the scriptures say about the daughters of Israel being haughty? What's that, Isaiah the 3rd chapter? Let's go to it real quick. I'm going to jump back to Ecclesiastes or Sirach. Let's go to it. About, Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. I'm telling you, hey, watch these different podcasts, these Manosphere podcasts. Go to the club. I don't recommend you go to the club. I'm saying go to the club, just observe the women. You ain't gotta go to the club. Just stick out. You can sit outside of it and just watch. You're like, man, this is crazy. You know? I mean, it's basically describing our women, to a T, man. Like I said, you Latin women ain't excluded, man. You can't fool me. I'm around you. One of my side jobs is doing security at this Issachar, this Issacharite club. Oh man, woo! You should see them coming in there. I'm talking about. You can't tell them nothing. Dress all the way up to almost to they. You can almost see their vagina. I had a band to come there. They played live band when I worked there. That's why I do security there sometimes, right? So they have a live band, right? Last night, for a special occasion, and they had this big band there. Chick took off her whole. She had a suit jacket on, a woman's suit jacket. Took it all off, just had her bra on, just to take pictures with the band. I said, "Wow!" And everybody just looking, and I was just shaking my head. I said, "Yeah, she ready to go. She ready to go home." That's what I say. When I say ready to go, that means she ready to go home with one of these guys. Probably all of them. If she they all could probably take turns on her. And that's something that, hey, all women get into. All right. It says, Sirach 26:9, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. It says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straightly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Yeah, women not supposed to be liberated to do whatever, gather abroad. No, women's supposed to be at home. Excuse me. Supposed to be at home. Your daughter's supposed to be at home. Learn how to be wives. Cook, clean for their man, so they can grow up and be married off to a man. All right. Verse 11. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Hey, I don't trust no woman, man. I can see a woman as far as I can see her, and hey, I'm not shocked if she want to get with another guy. Not that I lack, physically or something like that. It's just the fact that I know women are liberated to do whatever they want to do, and they basically do it with Esau's backing. All right. Verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge, I mean, that's basically any man she deems handsome or she like him. She'll these women walk right up to him. In this society, women wouldn't approach men. Women wouldn't be out and about in the ancient world, approaching men like they do in this world. All right? That's just something that wasn't happening. All right? Women were at home because they knew the fear of them being ravished. All right? It says, by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Yeah, the quiver is the pouch that you put arrows in. And the arrows, all right, you know what that is. All right, the quiver is a metaphor for vagina. The arrow is the rod of a man. It says she will open her quiver to every arrow. So open her vagina to every rod. Look around you. Are not women doing that? Are not these Israelite women doing that? That's the truth. Can't argue that. All right? Can't argue that. All right? Jumping down to verse 22. And the harlot shall be accounted as spittle. Yeah, you hawk and spit in the sidewalk. That's how a whore is looked at, that's and these women, they sleep with all these men and wonder why a guy won't lock them down to be a wife. It's like, are you crazy, man? Are you crazy? But that's the thoughts of these women, man. I done lived my best life, and I done been a hoe throughout my teens and 20s, and then my early 30s, I want to settle down and have a kid. I mean, that's their mindset. What man want to give a chick that's to hoard herself out? Then it's what ain't nothing delicate about you. How can you be special to me? I'm taking the big risk by just dealing with you. You know? And the harlot should be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. So, hey, a married woman, a woman get with a man in a marriageable age, and she take care of that man. That's a good wife, man. A man ain't gonna leave her. All right, but a whore, you get rid of a whore real quick. All right. So, you women, think about that. Don't whore yourself out. It's not hard. You're just doing it because you got liberty to do so. But don't be mad when the man don't want you. Don't be mad. All right. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but like I said, Lord willing, it was edifying to those of you who may have listened or watched. Shalom until next time.